You got a slammed pickup truck and you can't tow anything with it because you're gonna drag the hitch? I'm gonna show you how to build a hitch that's hidden and gives you the proper height. Bam! The idea behind the blue truck was we could put a hitch on it and we could tow the trailer if we had to. Ideally not great for towing, you know, 4-wheel drum, half-ton, clapped. And then there's this, which also not ideal for towing, but motor's good in it, transmission's good in it, and the rear end seems good in it. We're gonna do the floors and the mount, but in the meantime, Jess absolutely hates this bumper, and it's been smashed into the rear a bunch of times. I had to put the canopy up because it is hot and sweaty here, and I'm too gingery. Now, it looks like the majority of that is body filler, which I don't like that, but this truck is slammed. Like, this truck is low, and this has air in the shocks. This has air shocks on it, but it's you know, that's my hand, so I mean it hangs down. My thought is fit the bumper that's supposed to go there, which I have another one sitting in a pile somewhere. I think it's over there. Mock it up like where it's supposed to go. And what if we hid a hitch behind it? And then I cut a hole in it. We could fold down a license plate and put a receiver in it. That'd be pretty cool. I am working in sandals. I know you guys really love that when I don't have steel toe shoes or boots on. I broke a toe on vacation and hurt an ankle jumping back into a fishing boat, getting out of shark-infested waters. That's a whole nother story. So I'm probably just gonna sit and do some easy stuff. I'm getting this bumper off, so one of them. Get it? So, oh, look at this. I gotta show you guys this. This is premium wiring. If you do this, don't wonder why your truck light's on fire. That's how that was, so that's good. It's probably just the ground, but I'm sure that worked out really well, you know, with half a wrap of tape around it. I'll figure that out with a meter. These are all just twisted together, so don't do that. Don't do that ever. Anyway, this piece of shit's out. I mean, this pile of garbage is out. I dug that one out of the woods. It looks like it has the factory bolts. Probably hose that off. Maybe clean that hardware up. This bumper's way straighter. Kind of has, you know, I don't know if we should paint it. It'll kind of look ridiculous against that. 1000% humidity. It's like being back in Costa Rica. Of course, I wasn't working there. Actually, I helped change the tuk-tuk tire. You guys know what a tuk-tuk is? Anyway, that's kind of how it's supposed to go. And everything's loose. So we can kind of, you know, scooch her. I could get some in the back, bolts in the back, and then we can kind of swing her up, maybe put a jack underneath it. Why not? Shout out to Hector. Hector left me all these grade 8 bolts when we did his Korean rickshaw exhaust, so that was fun. Yeah, good luck getting a bolt through there. Yeah, this is silly. You should probably a 2-person job. Jess is grocery shopping. We have no food in the house because we've been gone for a week. Okay, well, the Korean rickshaw provides. Let's go with that. And my stomach is a mess. You go to a foreign country and you eat fresh food all day, and then you come back here and eat garbage. Oh God, American diet's so terrible. I'm obviously at my size, you know that's true, but I'm trying to do better, trying to eat better. You know, Jess is like, I'm afraid you're gonna die. You know, she's not wrong. Now, does this remotely go into position? Kinda. Man, that might be mint. You know, we're not gonna be towing mad weight with this thing, but you know, if I was in a situation where I had to tow my car trailer with it, you know, even if it's a short distance with a light vehicle, you know. I don't want this thing hanging down here, you know. So what do we got total? Let's look at that. $10". That's it. So even if the thing was like, you know, a 3, you only have 7 inches of clearance. Plenty of room behind it. About a week later, maybe more. So here's the situation. So if you ever wanted to tow anything with this truck, I mean, when I back this into my garage, you know, you'd hit, this truck would hit with the old bumper on because the old bumper swooped down. So we're gaining here. The issue is going to be, can I physically get a crossbar in there and a piece of 2.5 by 2.5 by 1/4? I'm not sure I can even do this. This may be a short video. Welcome to the underside. This is obviously the bumper end of things. Now, if we want to come out here to keep this high, our 2.5 literally has to be really in line with this frame, and that might even, we might have to go up into it. So what I'm thinking about doing here is, and I know it's more welding, but I want to tie it all the way past this cross member here to here. I want a bolt coming through here. I'm going to utilize that one. I'm going to put another one here. This frame is a noodle. It is a 1/2 ton frame. The bed is not structural in any way. It's not even attached back here. I was like, why does the bed dance around so much? Because nobody bolted it down in the back. I think what I'm going to do is take a piece of 2-inch 1/4 angle, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces 18.5 inches long. And then I'm going to take a piece of 1/4, and I'm going to build a big drop down gusset right here. And that's what we're going to weld our 2.5 to. And we can even bring it up, so when we come across, we can hit here, right there. Guys, this is just in an, like, you know, if I gotta tow my car trailer somewhere and it's like emergency situation. This truck is obviously not cut out to do that. My trailer does have brakes. We will put a brake controller in this thing, and I may stiffen up this frame a bit. But my Silverado is junk. The hitch is basically just rotted off the thing. We have nothing else to tow with. The motor in the blue truck is junk, as you saw. I wanted to do this to the blue truck, honestly, but the blue truck is in no condition to do anything. So this has a 350. It seems like it's got power. You know, is it good to tow long distances? And yet, no, it's not. And would it need an airbag to help? Probably, but this just helps you guys. If you guys got a stout frame and a stout truck, maybe this is how you could do it. So this is what I came up with. So this will have 3 bolt holes. One here, one here, one over there. This one is larger to clear the rivet, and then there's 2 rivets here. So what I did was I basically put this thing, boom, against the frame, made sure everything cleared. Had to make that one a little bigger because I want a little slot room. I might actually make them all a smidge bigger. I want to use 1/2-inch hardware. I'm going to try, all I got to do is slide this one to this side. Obviously it will be backwards, but the whole configuration should be the same. So you have these 2 rivets and then that rivet right there. And then there's a hole here, so that wants to line up here. Oh, it's not even close. What did I do here?
You think I'm stupid?
Well, I'll make a new hole. I'm not sure why I did that. Whatever. We're making a new hole. But anyway, that's how it'll work. How did I measure that wrong? Did I have this flipped over? I might have had it flipped over. That's okay. We'll just drill a new hole. So anyway, that's where we're going to be. And it just says right rear because I thought I knew what I was doing. But here's, I mean, I'm just going to show you guys. When I screw up, I screwed up. Hopefully this side fits. It looks like it's exactly the same. I don't know what this thing is. Do you guys know what that is? It's obviously got to come out, but I don't know. It like locked something here. Was there a tire underneath here maybe? Probably right there, huh? 3 inches sticking up from there. And it's going to go down to 6, so I have an inch hanging below. This is going to be our area to mount. And then it's going to drop down, follow that back. It's going to end here. All right, to make some cuts, we took out the, what is this thing? What are we using? Arccaptain Cut 55 Pro. This is their flagship cutter. It has Bluetooth capability, so you can run it from your phone. So if you're like laying under the car and you're like, oh, I need like just a couple more amps or blah, 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 you can bring up the app. You know, I don't know how useful that is in a plasma cutter, but it's there if you need it. It is Pilot Arc. That's why it's got the extra red wire. As I'm cutting, I'm like, oh, freehand it. Anybody who knows me knows that I can't freehand anything. My hands are horrible. I used a fence for a lot of it. It's probably a good idea. Man, I suck at running a plasma cutter. You'd think for as many plasma cutters as I actually run, I'd be butter smooth, but I'm not. My hands used to be good when I was young. They kind of suck now. So this is the piece we cut. It had some, you know, imperfections before, but it doesn't really matter. Let me see if you can pick up what I'm putting down. Got these plates just vice gripped on there. Like this. So I got enough showing here that I can weld it all the way down. And on the inside, there's room on the top, if you can see that. Now, from the inside of that to the inside of this one is 29 1/8. But, where do we want this? Should we cut the hole first? Or should we see what it goes across and then kind of try to cut the hole? You could measure it, and I'm sure you could triangulate everything, and the honest answer is I don't know how straight this bumper is. It doesn't look like it is. So I think I gotta push the bumper down on one side. But I want a big enough hole in it, you know, that it's not gonna interfere with the receiver. So it's there, I got plenty to weld with, I got plenty of room, I can move it forward, back, up and down. I think what's important now is having an understanding of where this hole is gonna be. Now, it could be a big hole because it is gonna be covered by the license plate, so that's not necessarily a big deal, but obviously I don't want it massive. Maybe we'll just start to measure it out. I'm assuming, you know, these holes are, you know, in the middle. I decided to go 3.5 because why would it need to be bigger than that? It's a 2-inch receiver, it's gonna be behind it. We're not sticking it through it, you know what I mean? Maybe we will. Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we'll butt it right up in there. We'll have to see. About the best I can get it. So what I think I'm gonna do is I was gonna plasma cut it, but man, my hands are bad. I think what I'm gonna do is just drill holes in the corners, you know, and then just use the cutoff wheel, you know. I think that'll be easiest, and it'll be probably the cleanest, and there's less cleanup afterwards. That's probably hot. Very sharp. And we're just about in the middle. That's not bad. I can actually go down a little bit, which is good. Oh yeah, go down a lot. Okay, we're back. Had some lunch, changed my shirt. My hat smells like a foot, so just threw it outside the house somewhere. I think I like what I'm seeing because we don't need to cut this, or our cross brace. There's enough distance here, because it's like 7.5 inches. And 6.5. 6.5 inches. That's more than enough engagement. So that way, we don't have to cut our cross member. We'll just cut this thing off, boom, bevel it out, weld it right to the cross member, and then put a plate on the top and the bottom. And the bottom plate will put holes so we can put safety chains in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? I'm gonna clean all this up. This will cut your whole entire arm off right here. That's dangerous. Who left that like that? It's me. Sweaty. Turn the fans off for like 3 seconds and I melt into a puddle. This is an Arccaptain MiG 250. This is the big brother to the MiG 200. Does all the same things. I have a video on that. Building a bike rack if you want to see it. I will have links and discount codes for all the Arccaptain stuff you've seen in this video. It's in the description. If you use the discount code, save a specific percentage. It goes up and down. But you also save it on top of sale prices. So if there's a sale, you use my code, you still save even more money because they do not black out things for me. I'm just going to tack this on. We're not going to finalize this. And I'm not going to put the piece on the top and the bottom until I get it up in there. And I know that it's exactly where I want it because I may have to move it. So sweaty. Got it up in there, kind of tapped it around a little bit with the dead blow. Put the tongue in it. Hell is that over there? Kind of tapped it. But, you know, short of that outer exterior piece really not being that straight in there, because, you know, China freight. And I gotta, you know, square it up. The bumper needs to be squared up. I want to square it to the frame. I don't really necessarily care that it's 100% square in that hole, but it's in that hole. She's dead nuts. So now I got to do it all again. Take it all back out, build a couple triangle trusses for the top and the bottom, and weld all that together, and then put it back up, and then start tacking everything else, and then take it down, weld it, paint it, put it back up. Easy, right? Yeah, right. Okay. I found this piece. Obviously it was a curve from cut out over there. It's not exactly symmetrical, but it's pretty close. And it'll do for what we're doing. It's hot because I'm cleaning it off. The arc gives you more surface to weld. Ooh, very hot. Goodness. You know, it's on the top. Does it matter? Probably not. No one's gonna see it. I need it to be small, because I have to be able to get to the holes. I think it's gonna be cool right there. And I'm recycling. She welded all the way around, inside and out, upside down. Oh, one more right there. And that's it. We're done. Let me put that up, give it a tacky tack, give it the old tacky chan. All right, I got it up in there. I don't know how square it is. Like I said, I don't care how square it is to the hole because the bumper moves around. I'm gonna square it up to the brackets underneath and then tack it. And then we'll try to give it the old tacky chan everywhere and take it down as one piece, weld it, put it back up. I don't know how you're supposed to make sure it's straight when everything is... doesn't matter. I measured it the best I could, as flat as I could. I think she's good. Just gonna tack it. I actually ran a decent bead across the bottom while I could reach it, but I mean, this thing is... You're gonna move the whole vehicle. This bed bounces like crazy because it's not attached in the back. But, pretty happy with that. A couple days later, we got something in the background there. That is a 3/4 ton F250, Dana 60s, 351, the F5. That is a donor truck for something else. I know I said I'm not buying any more vehicles, but I'm technically not because I'm going to use another vehicle. It's a whole thing. Anywho, she's painted. Now, it has been days, so we should be pretty good to go throwing this up under there. Being very honest with you, I believe when I stitched it all the way along the side, I think it warped in. Because when I measured it again, it was closer at the bottom, so I took the porta power and I just pushed it out. I always want to be honest with you guys. Shame on me, I should have stitched it. Lesson learned. So I'm just gonna try to slam this thing back underneath there. You guys don't have to watch that. We'll drill us a couple holes, and then we're gonna get on to, you know, hiding this little beauty. I'm glad you guys didn't see me struggle bust through that. That was painful. You know, the shards raining down on you. You gotta have your spectacles on. I don't know if I can even show you this, but it's all grade 8 underneath there. This is an Amazon special. It's license plate tag rear, Monte Carlo Impala. Made in China. Q Trump.
Let's say China. China. China.
Okay. So this is all this kit entails. A couple push-ins that we can't use, so we'll have to use some bolts, or we'll have to bang some holes in it. And then this plate. So let's take this thing out of the package. So, how's your hole? Family. Just kidding, okay. So this thing, I think I need it to fold down because, you know, the hitch ball is going to go up. So all I really need to do is find center on this thing and mark the 2 holes at the bottom, these 2 holes. When the drill bit smokes, that means it's doing its best job. Nope, means you're killing it. Well, it's there. This is a plate from about 1,000,000 years ago. I hope it fits. I mean, it kinda does, not really. I'm assuming these are 10s, because this is made in China. Yeah, I mean, you know, you supply them so long they run into each other. That's perfect. You know, I don't know what you're to expect from China, but that's what I expect. I expect nothing to ever fit. but I don't know who else makes this. And I was actually surprised to find this, but then I thought about like every Chevelle, Monte Carlo all had a plate like that where you'd roll it down and put gas in your car back in the day. Put my hand down on the one that was already cut. So that was Hot Pants, you know, James Brown. That was James Brown. Now this plate doesn't go on this truck. This is one of my old plates. I think it's from my S10. Hey, hey, look at that. What do you think? That's pretty cool, huh? I think I want to put this thing down and roll it out. I got to get the wiring out of the way, though. There's no ground, so the lights don't work, but you guys get the picture, right? It's pretty cool. Oh. Well, I mean, you know, it's on a hill. I'm gonna get out in the driveway. She's a low girl. Oh boys, she's tough. Sorry about the sun, but it's going down. Man, that thing looks good. Don't mind the wires. I didn't want them shorting out. But check this out, huh? Tires going flat. Man, this truck sounds amazing. All right, short of this truck needing floors in the front and those cab supports, which I finally got. Maybe I'll do those next week. Look at, we made it useful. Check this thing out, right? Super tough. Hides behind it. I'll throw you guys down right here. And when you're done, that's it. Boom, she's hidden away. Man, I love this. This is good. So good. Oh, I gotta tow my little trailer. Boop. That's it, boys. This thing's got air shocks, so it's not like it's gonna handle a very heavy load, and like I said, the frame's kind of noodly. But man, this truck is tough. Jess really, she likes it now, but she didn't like it when I originally built it. Check it out. Super cool. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Mad Ginger Customs. I know we were a little all over the place, and this took longer than expected, but love the result. That is going to be useful. All right, guys, wrapping up, I want to do a couple coffee shout-outs. I got to read them because I can't remember them because I'm stupid. Mike Wiles bought 10 cups of coffee on our Buy Us a Coffee link that is in the description. Carl from Kent bought 3 cups. And Joseph Crosby bought 5 cups. So Mike bought 10, Carl from Kent bought 3, and Joseph Crosby bought 5. You guys are the real MVPs. That keeps the channel moving. If you guys like our content, you can buy us a coffee on the Buy Us a Coffee link in the description. And anything I use in this video, like that fold-down plate that I got off of Amazon, that will be in the link in the description. And if you click that link, you can buy that or almost anything else on Amazon. And since you went there with my link, we get a little something for the channel. And it really helps us out. Do you have a slammed truck and you want to put a tow hitch on it, but you're like, man, that thing's an earthworm as it is and it's going to scrape the ground? Maybe this helps you out. You can hide it behind the bumper, fold-down plate. Get your utility of your truck back. You can hook up your utility trailer, or if you got a beefy frame, you can do a car trailer. But guys, you know, it's as easy as I showed you. I want to thank Arccaptain Welders and Plasma Cutters. They've been a big sponsor of the channel. If you guys use the link in the description for Arccaptain, you will save money even off of sale prices, and we get a tiny little bit back to the channel, so that's awesome too. So guys, just remember, you watched me do it. And if I can do it, you certainly can do it. Go slam your truck and throw a hitch on it. Thanks for watching.